perfect. You do hear a lot of things moving inside the grasslands here. Most of them are small, like I said, hares. There's also turkeys. I'm not sure, there might be other small animals as well, raccoons and all that. There's a really nice trail though. So, welcome to the Washington County grasslands. A lot of birds here. Beautiful area. So, this area is especially great because of all the it's one of the largest intact grasslands in eastern New York and has a lot of birds, owls, harriers, bird of prey, and one of the few areas that have rare bird sightings and breeding. Grasslands are one of the New York State's most imperiled habitats. Many species of birds and the wildlife thrive in the large open expanse. New York's farmlands are abandoned and revert to forest for housing. Many of the grasslands dependent bird species are experiencing decline. So these are the hikes. I'm going to be going to do them. Beautiful day, and it's kind of cold. That's why I'm wearing a jacket. So I'm going to take this hike. Put a lot of bugs bay. A lot of birds you can hear. It's a nice peaceful area. This area is really loved by bird watchers because that's I think what most of the wildlife we have here is the birds, which are migratory, and they come up and look at how beautiful these grasslands are. So this is all state land. Wow, there's a nice bird. Look at the beautiful sky. So many birds. It's amazing. Beautiful. Oh wow, that's another one. All the birds are flying all across. You know, you can see them and hear them. Really, nature is beautiful. You know, that's something, you know, you don't get in many of the other, I don't know. There's like human habitation has taken a sensitive area, please stay on trail. I'm wearing a jacket, it's still very cold. There's something in the bushes here. Something just ran all across. I don't know what it was. I think it was another hare. There's little tiny snakes. Bird. So many different kind of birds. Sure. How old these trees are. Some of these trees are so old. What is this? Some kind of spider web. Wow, so odd. So many. Identifying the birds, and suddenly they speak to me. It's amazing. You can sit and hear what are the birds. Like the American sparrow. Somebody enjoying their little tiny plane. So many birds I never knew existed. There are actually so many birds here. I'm finally able to identify all of them. It's just amazing. Look at this tree, man. It's so old. So American robin, long sparrow. so many birds. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. A lot of bird noises. Some of them are slightly dimmed. Look. This is like the listening area. See a lot of different birds and hear them. How are you? Beautiful. Huh? Yeah, they finally did.
Oh the day before yesterday, before that.
That was big.
It was this deep, it was a tick farm.
Oh my God. Oh, I came on the right time then.
Oh yeah, he picked up a half a dozen ticks on the way down.
Oh my God.
Another half a dozen coming up, and I'd have 2 or 3 on me.
It's a beautiful area for birds.
Except for under the trees back there, it was all, almost hip-high grass.
Wow. A lot of birds. I'm, beautiful birds.
Yeah, I really haven't seen them. We've been out here pretty much every night, even with the ticks there. Really haven't seen a lot. I mean, little birds. You see the bobolinks and the robins.
That's right.
Swallows.
Yes.
A few times we've been walking down the trail, and a big harrier, probably a week ago, a couple weeks, just the other side of the hedgerow, about 20 feet up, just parallel. And
Wow.
I think it was a vulture the other day. He was just getting ready to come over the hedgerow, and the wind folded his feathers right over, and he must have spotted us and went back that way.
Ah, that sucks. Well,
Other than that, not really any big birds. Stop.
That's
Somebody told me they mowed it, but I haven't been down there this year. But it goes down, and it goes way down behind those trees.
oh,
And then there's not really a trail. It's kind of a trail, but it's not like this. And then it opens up, and there's an area with trees, and there's a field.
I see.
I know when guys hunt, they'll park over there, then they'll work their way down. They'll hunt this whole tree line. So
Oh wow, what do they hunt?
this whole area. This
Birds?
Well, this is wildlife management. It's not a bird sanctuary.
Oh,
A few years ago, somebody says, there's guys down there with guns. Be careful. I didn't know they hunt. He goes, no, it's a wildlife management. They hunt. They let the pheasants go across the road up there.
oh wow.
They also hunt deer down here. So,
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
yeah,
Oh.
rabbits. I've seen guys a couple years hunting rabbits on the trail. But, yeah,
That's crazy.
but yeah, it's a wildlife management. So, you know,
Wow. Oh,
that's
look.
the only reason they started mowing this, because it was all big high bracken, and I think they wanted to make it more of a bird environment for the hunters. Because for a while there, they didn't do anything with it, and it was the whole area was like this.
Oh, okay.
Deeper, you know.
Oh wow.
Then they mowed this whole, this here, all that. It looked like a farmer's field. It was ugly. Last year they only did up here. They didn't do any of this. So.
That's nice.
But yeah, when you go up that way, I don't know what it is, like a mile and a half. If
Yeah,
that. I
mile.
don't even think it's that.
And it's called Fort Henry? Or
Yeah,
something?
there's one little spot you can pull in, and then like I say, it goes down in. It's nice down in there, but it's lumpy.
I see.
You know, it's not like.
So let me show you.
Isn't
Isn't that cool?
Tweeting away, then it's rain's coming. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I've
a
been seeing some red-winged blackbirds. You can always hear them. They're pretty common. And the bobolink's been over here.
bobolinks. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing over here. You can't. It's difficult to see them, but you know, it's just.
There was quite a few of them the other day. There was a
Oh.
couple pairs of them. Of course, then you got the swallows up here with the bird houses, and the sparrows fighting them for the houses and stuff.
Very nice.
Stop.
You live around here?
Yeah, I live about. You go back down to Route 4. I live a few miles down there, so we come out here all the time. So
Nice.
certain times of the year, it's just, the gnats. It's just no fun walking. I mean, it's just clouds. And then the gnats get fighting with the deer flies, and they get fighting with the mosquitoes all at once. The deer flies bounce off your head and stuff. I mean, sometimes there's just clouds of gnats. It's just, you just can't. And you keep saying you're not going to do this all the way up the trail, but you do. Ugh. And then the deer flies come out and take a chunk out of you and stuff.
Oh my God.
It's been cool enough, hasn't it? There was a few gnats for a while. And then of course, you get those clouds of little white bugs. They don't do anything except go up your nose. You just walk into a cloud of it. Yeah, but the ticks, oh my God, the ticks, it was crawling with ticks. But it was all kind of like this all the way up. It wasn't mowed, so it was terrible. Especially down here where it's wet. I started throwing some grass downside the trail where it's muddy, so you can walk around the edge of it. But,
Very interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, they have a few areas like this here. Few areas like this here.
I don't, well, there's
Oh.
There's here Hudson Crossing down in Schuylerville. what, quarter mile up the trail, it's changed again. By the time you get your camera out, it's changed. I mean, some nights it doesn't even look real.
Wow.
You know?
What time does it, what time is sunset? So maybe in half an
This
hour?
time of year, probably about 8:30.
Oh.
Because what it'll do is it'll dip behind there, but it's not really sunset, you know?
Got it, got it, got it.
Yeah, I mean, there's sometimes I don't know if I get any pictures or not. I can't remember. They don't always show up that good on the camera.
Yeah, no, it's,
I haven't gotten any this year, so let's see. Yeah, here we go. But you get things like that.
Hmm.
You know,
oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's
But I mean, then it'll be blue, and it'll be pink, and it'll be orange, and then all of a sudden it'll change again. Then you think you got the last. I've had times I walked up that trail and I kept saying I'm not going to do it again, and you just stop and you go, wow, look at me, you take a picture and you walk another 100 feet. Oh my God, look at that! And this never does justice to it.
No,
You know,
absolutely.
it's like, oh my God, look at that. You know?
Yeah. No, I agree. Like,
Well, enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right, sir. You have a good day now. Sunset's about 8 o'clock, huh? 8 o'clock. I'm gonna probably. You've got me too excited about the sunset. Now I don't want to leave without.
I'm telling you, especially once it's overcast like this.
Yeah.
Some of them are just unbelievable. You know.
Well, you got me too excited. Take care. Bye bye. There's the plants growing on the trees as well. Oh, finally, there's a bench for me to sit. A lot of birds. It's basically a bird watching hike. But nevertheless, it's a nice hike. It's completely flat, which I really like about it. But you have to like sit quietly and listen to the birds. It's not much of a trail, it's more like a bird watching area, wildlife management. We're able to identify many different birds here. The American robin, the swamp sparrow, the long sparrow. So the app is able to do that. And I really have not seen any birds of prey, but yeah, it's very interesting, and I'm learning quite a lot about birds, sitting and hearing their voices and identifying this through the app. So the guy really got me excited about the sunset, so we'll have to see. This is called the Doctor's Apothecary Garden, an old Ford museum in Fort Edward, New York. Medicines in the colonial era were most often derived from plants which were collected and cultivated internationally, and this is a special garden called the Apothecary Garden, where these plants were made and contain over 20 different species which were known to the colonials and the Native Americans for medication. Some grown here are the ironweed, toothache tree, wild senna, turtlehead, rattlesnake master. The doctor's apothecary pays tribute to many doctors who either owned the old fort house or one of the 12 founders who saved, purchased, and turned it into a museum. So this guy here, Dr. Cochrane, 1778 to 1783, was George Washington's first personal surgeon. He was the son-in-law of Philip Schuyler. Dr. Linendahl and Dr. Alexander Irvin. Dr. Feingold, who was here until 1996-97, is Dr. Banker, and then Dr. Byron Tilliston. So there's the garden, the apothecary garden. I don't know if this, oh wow, there's actually plants here. It's so cool. So this is the wild senna native plant. The Iroquois Indians use this for intestinal worms. Toothache native plant tree. In the colonial times, most people lost their tooth by age 25 due to poor dental hygiene, and they chewed these stems to numb their tissues. Barberry, European origin. A drink was made for berries for fever reduction, and fruit was rich in vitamin C. Interesting. Cool. This is called the compass plant, the cousin of the cup plant, used for neuralgia and rheumatism. Some native tribes used the dried root as a charm to prevent lightning strikes. Okay. This is the geranium native species. The root is chewed by native people and applied to wounds to stop bleeding. Rose, Native Americans used this plant for a wash was made from rose roots to sore eyes. Dried powder were used for indigestion, and a drink was used for scurvy. This is the turtlehead native plant, and shape of the flowers like a turtlehead. And a tea made was for intestinal worms, and also used for witchcraft. This is the ironweed native plant. The tea was used for pneumonia. Interesting. Fever, chills. Ironweed, very interesting. This is the cup plant, and this is was smoked by Native Americans to treat neuralgia and rheumatism, treat fever, ulcers, and the Iroquois Indians burned roots on children's faces to prevent them from seeing ghosts. Very interesting. Apothecary. So old, historic. So I don't know what this is, but it says this is the Apothecary Garden. It's a museum office. This is the Baldwin Barn. Let's see. This is the barn gallery. I'm pretty sure it's closed. It's about 7 o'clock right now. So Baldwin Barn Museum. Baldwin Barn is a concrete block structure built by Henry Baldwin for, what was it for? Putting the slate on the roof. Ran a truck farm, and a barn was used to store gift shop. So much history, man. Honestly, these trees have seen it all. The Red House mentioned in Madame Rachel memoirs, built upon 17, wow, 1765, this house. Holy shoot. Wow, this is a memorial or just take a look here. Yep, it's a memorial. Dedicated to the members of George Shatterley, who served here. Wow, look at that hall. It looks pretty historic. This is the Concrite Pavilion, Washington County Fair building. How much historic is this? Wow. This guy is the grandson of the guy who made it. That picture is also from 1976. He died in 1992. Concrite Pavilion is one of the oldest buildings, this one right here. What did it do? Basically, it was a fair, park association, stuff like that. Dining, it's like here in the dining area. Whoa, look at that big, holy moly, that hair was big, man. It's huge. Okay. Looked like a cat. Anyways, this is the Riverside Schoolhouse Old Ford Museum. Again, this house is constructed in 1913, is it? Okay. And these are some Colonel Sidney Berry. 1938 that was put in. Somebody's report card. Interior of the house. What is that? You know, these places used to be very important back in the day, you know, and suddenly, you know, they kind of lose their importance with time. Look at some of these old objects. Yeah, they lose their importance with time. And as time passes, well, there used to be a railroad here. There's a tool house. This goes all the way to Saratoga. See, Rensselaer, Saratoga Railroad, and it's called the Moreau Station Tool House. You know, these were important because people didn't have cars, so this is how they traveled. See, Troy, Boston, Rensselaer, Josephine Davis jeweler family saved the tool house. They preserved it. Building was used as a train house. Train stop 1848. This one right here. Oh, this is again more of the native plants. It's called the wild bergamot native tree, aka bee palm, Oswego tree, used for treat the stomach disorders. So cool. I think there's one or two boards I'd like to read here. So yeah, as I was saying, you know, these towns were important at one point, but you know, so look at this tree, man. That looks like a really old tree, like something that might be like from the 1700s. This is the initial one. Yeah, this is the board I wanted to read. George Washington, in the summer of 1783, was a guest here at Sherwood's Tavern while on tour of the area battlefields. All right, well, that does it for the tour of this. It's an outdoor tour because really can't. The American robin. This one is American robin. A few other fish. There's the. I mean, not fish, birds. Damn, look at that house. Looks pretty scary. There's another bird right there. The sparrow. Where is it? Bobolink are very common. There's a lot of bobolink in there. And I didn't see a harrier. I heard this one. This one was heard on the app. Eastern meadow lark. So let's see if we can go to the other area. Let's see if we can hear some more birds. The indoor tour, but this was sort of an outdoor tour of this area. Again, used to be so relevant. Look at this building, how old this is. And this tool house. This used to be really relevant back in the day. But well, there's a couple of other boards we should read. So, yeah, this is the same house from 1773. I mean, let's see. It's like, it's still made out of wood though. Yeah, the 1772. Look right here. Yeah, this is where we are right now. Here. Courthouse. And it's called the Pat Smith House. So take a picture of this. Look at the amount of birds here. There's turkeys. Saying basically is the Pat Smith House. You know what the significance is between Canada and the United States. All the trade used to go on the Hudson River, and this house was important because there's people who used to guard the fort between Canada and New York City. All the trade. There was a fort established here in Hudson River and the Champlain River, and that was where they stayed here in the house and guarded the fort. So that's what's when Solomon Northup wrote 12 Years a Slave. He sold into slavery. Two white men heard him playing and offered him a paying job while accompanying him to DC, and he woke up in chains, missing his money. So he wrote about this place too. All right, well, time to go back now. It's interesting.